Good morning and welcome to the third and final day of Major League Table Tennis competition this weekend in Katy, Texas. The Lone Star State has been a fantastic site for this West Division action, and our Sunday doubleheader begins with the first place Portland Paddlers battling their Pacific Northwest rivals, the Seattle Spinners. Inside the Merrill Center, you can see the standings. Portland suffered a loss last night, falling in the Golden Game for just the second time, but they're still atop the pack in the West Division. The Seattle Spinners sitting 16 points behind the Paddlers. See if they can make up some of that ground today. They've got an interesting lineup to do so. Later today, we'll see the Blasters and the Smash to cap our Texas table tennis experience. And with that, we welcome you to our broadcast perch. He's the Hall of Famer, Sean O'Neill, and I'm Evan Lepler. Thanks for being with us, Sean. The Portland Paddlers stumbled in the Golden Game yesterday. We saw both teams yesterday that were leading going into the Golden Game fall short in that final climactic experience, but this has been a very competitive weekend so far overall.
Yeah, the battle for the Northwest really has two evenly matched teams. The matchup that I'm looking for, Ji-Wei Shaw, Audie Serene, it should be a real good one.
Yeah, it's an interesting dynamic how the lineups have shaken out today. We start with the number one player in the league, Portland's Collet, although he's coming off a performance yesterday that certainly he was disappointed in. He dropped 2 of 3 games to El Sayed Lachine.
Yeah, that was a very big surprise. Hopefully he'll be able to right the ship and get going in game 1.
Olajide Omatayo will be Collet's opponent today. Nikhil Kumar will be in the 2 spot against Portland's Jonatan McDonald. Mixed doubles action with Lay and Goodwin going against Omatayo and Diaz. And then the third and fourth singles matches, both are intriguing, with Vila taking on Lapchik and Ji-Wei Shaw, who's had a great weekend going against Audie Serene, who's had a really tough weekend so far for Seattle. We'll see if Serene can bounce back. But let's dive into this first singles showdown. Collet representing Ukraine and Nigeria's Olajide Omatayo, who's made his MLTT debut this weekend. He's had a bunch of really close games. He's gone 1-2 both days, Sean. But, I mean, he's just a couple points away from being 4-2 on the weekend instead of 2-4. So what kind of things can Olajide do to challenge Collet?
Well, it's going to be tough just because of Collet's experience, his international play, U.S. Open champion. So Omatayo is going to have to get his forehand into play. He's got a nice backhand, but really the forehand is going to set him up. Definitely put a lot of pressure on Collet from the backhand corner.
All righty, wherever you are, glad to have you with us. The Paddlers and the Spinners, let's go. Entertaining first point, and Olajide Omatayo takes the early lead on his serve. 28-year-old who now lives in France from Lagos, Nigeria.
One.
Of course, we understand Omatayo was kind of inadvertently involved in some controversy here yesterday when he was getting some coaching, apparently, from his countryman Ojo Onaolapo, who plays for the Florida Crocs, who is here because he lives in the Houston area. And part of the conversation late last night and early this morning was about that situation. And
2-1.
John, I'm curious to get your thoughts.
Yeah, hopefully it's resolved. Players just have to realize where the field of play is and where coaching is allowable. And it's really from the team members and the head coaches where you can get any type of advice during this team match. Right now, Collet, again, his serves have been really his biggest weapon this entire league. People having so much difficulty containing his serve and stopping him from making that first attack.
Net.
Collet, the 3-time Olympian, in the U.S. Open singles title multiple times as well.
Once again, he mixes
3.
it up. Kole mixes it up so well, the heavy underspin, same motion, and also able to give a lot of topspin.
If you were coaching a player and preparing him to face Kole, what advice would you give him in terms of returning his serve?
I would go for some winners occasionally, because if you pop it up by playing too safe, you might as well just go and pick up the ball. His forehand is so strong, so take some calculated risk. Go for some shots, but you really have to get a good read on whether it's side spin underspin or side spin topspin. Lachine yesterday did a magnificent job of really neutralizing the serve and getting his own over-the-table attack going.
2-point lead for Omotaya.
And there's that side spin, topspin.
Even if that lands, it's popped up and Kole can attack.
You're exactly right. Topspin again.
Oh! Omotaya on the charge.
Great backhand off the bounce, down the line block to an open court.
I gotta imagine Olajide is excited for this opportunity. I mean, yes, it's a challenge, but a chance to make a name for yourself in your first weekend going against the #1 player.
Really, nothing to lose.
7,
Expectations are high for Portland in this match. And that's really the difference between these two players. Kole, if he's backhand looping, he's on the table 80–90% of the time. Olajide, definitely more inconsistent, able to spray balls, and that's a good return there, out to the wide forehand.
Too long with the forehand loop after the fun rally.
Kole quickly jumps back up to the table to be in a more offensive blocking position. Not a bad choice, just didn't need the amount of side spin. Great shot there.
8, 9.
That's a huge point for Omotaya. Another one coming up here as he trails 9-8. Kole with a couple of game points on his serve.
And just great ball placement by Kole, keeping Omotaya stuck in the backhand corner. Tried to turn the corner, but no real angle.
Oh, Omotaya fights off the first game point.
That down the line backhand block is very effective.
Another chance for Kole to take game 1. Omotaya takes both points on Kole's serve, and now we begin the day with golden point at 10-all.
Omotaya will have the serve. Let's see if he's aggressive. We've seen him serve some deep ones, not so far in this first game.
Oh, goodness. Disappointing conclusion to a thrilling opening game for Olajide Omotaya, and Kole takes it 11-10.
He went with the short serve. Kole's a little stronger on the short game. Omotaya unable to get close to the ball and re-drop it short one more time. Point to Portland.
So far this weekend, Sean, the number of games that have gone to the golden point has been about on par with what we've seen this season. Basically 1 out of every 6 games on average. 15–16% in that range, go to 10-10. And it's a different taste for these players to go straight to that golden point instead of playing win by 2.
And it really gives an advantage for the underdog or the lower player because you just have to win 1 point. Whereas traditional table tennis sanctioned matches at the Olympic level, they are playing deuce. Gives the better player twice as much of an opportunity to stay in the game or to win 2 points in a row.
Game 2, Paddler serve, 0-0.
Oh, look at that backhand by Collet.
1-0.
Matayo needs to be aware of the placement on this serve return.
0-2.
Looking at the paddle as if to say, that's not what I wanted you to do.
Those serves generally aren't loopable. They're very short and low.
More like it for Matayo.
That's just a great backhand attack. Getting over the table right into the body.
How Collet fares in this match and in the Golden Game today will likely dictate, will he stay in the top spot in the rankings or will he be surpassed by Enzo Angues, who's currently in the 2 spot?
He is going to drop quite a few points from yesterday's upset.
He did have a cushion though.
Yeah.
He was a clear #1 coming into this weekend. The way the MLTT rankings have been created. It's overly complicated to go too detailed into the weeds, but basically 25% of the ranking is based on your singles and doubles performance. A full 25% also goes to the Golden Game performance. And then the other 50% is your USATT rating, and that's just to not allow the short-term results to be overly swayed.
Right. Especially when you have a 1-2 and A, B player in a C, B.
But what we have noticed early on is, a player might have a great weekend in the Golden Game and it skyrockets their ranking. Similarly, we've seen players struggle in the Golden Game and they might, have a winning record in singles and doubles.
Yeah.
But the ranking may not show it because it's dragged down by the Golden Game. So it's obviously the ranking will be more meaningful as the season goes on.
Right. The more data, the better. And the power of Collet continues.
Do you fear his forehand or his backhand more?
I would say forehand, but also the serves. Serves, there's not much you can do with the side topspin ball other than
4-6.
Get a net ball, and that'll just diffuse it very quickly.
Net.
Missed it.
4-7. Net. 7-5.
Collet had that one lined up. Nice little push into the body.
Why did he miss it?
Just didn't have enough time, and the heavy spin that Matayo put on the ball. You have generally a good feel, good sense of how many revs. It's always some distinction.
8-5.
The more you play players, the more comfortable you get with how much spin they put at their max level.
It's a critical point for Matayo here. Collet just seizing control. Taking a stranglehold here on game 2. That's a power rally right there with 2 really good players making tough shots. Collet just a little bit better at the end.
Nice deep push by Collet. Matayo was able to get the backhand loop to land.
So be another game that's decided by 5 or less. Just about 75% of all games in MLTT have been within these small margins. And Matayo creeps a little bit closer. 10-5 to 10-7. Cole loses this point, and Matayo will have a couple serves to get back to the golden. Oh, what a point from Olajide.
10.
Great point from the back court. Got a combination of forehand backhand loops going, and now he's got the serve.
Scoreboard operator's gotten a little punchy early Sunday morning. And it's still 10-8. Matayo. But Cole too good, even on the return, and he takes game 2,
by
11-8.
Just a good control off the serve, another short drop, and then a quick ball into the backhand, then followed by an attack to the middle. Very strong position. Matayo unable to get behind the ball. You can see the bent wrist. Cole showing once again not only power, precision, but also placement.
So Sean, we are just over a month away from potentially getting to see Cole take on Enzo Angeles and Daniel Borak and the best players from the East Division in that early December event, Rock Hill, South Carolina, just outside of Charlotte. When you think about how Cole will match up with Enzo and Borak and those other top East players, I mean, what do you think about?
Well, he's going to have an advantage. His game, representing Ukraine and also being trained in China, he has the power to go through anyone. I think it's really going to come down to his practice regimen going into that, because the Eastern Conference, those players are so match ready with league play in Europe. Cole playing in the Bay Area has to find adequate practice partners to even get a good warm-up. And right now, Portland in a sweep position, which is exactly how they like to start their matches.
1-1. 2-1.
Ace there from Cole.
That ball, I mean, you can see it, right? The racket's up and down. It's side spin, top spin. Matayo just trying to play it safe and short. And those blocks just into the body.
4.
So if you see that side spin, top spin over and over again, can it become predictable, or is it like a knuckleball where you just never know which way it's going to go?
It's predictable. The problem is with Matayo, he really doesn't have anywhere to go with it. He's going to have to flip it, which brings him under the table. And Cole's going to loop the next ball deep on him, so it really has nowhere to go. So, and he's trying to keep it short to just take away that advantage of the first attack. Or I should say first big attack. So getting it on the table is actually no problem. It's finding a spot where Cole's not going to make you pay for it.
Cole has taken control here in game 3 quickly. Cole grabbing his shoulder a little bit. Keep an eye on that. Still shaking it out, wiggling it. Seven 7-2 lead here in game 3 as Cole creeps closer to the sweep.
7-3. 7-3.
And Cole just working the first ball, reaching for that second one.
4-8.
So they went 3-0 on Friday, 1-2 yesterday, but looking at another 7-2 weekend if you can close out Omatayo right here.
4-9.
And he is going to be playing a big role in the mixed doubles match as well.
Yes, indeed. He and Kayla Goodwin have gone 4-2 in doubles so far in the weekend.
10-4.
And we have arrived at a whole smorgasbord of points to sweep this first singles match. Oh my, went with the left hand and he almost got it.
That is some hustle. The soft drop shot, Kohei running past the net, changing hands, and trying to run it down on the other side.
Once again, Omatayo, and he's game point down, makes a push. He's down 10-8 in game one. Got it to 10-all. He was down 10-5 in game two and got it to 10-8. And now it's down 10-5 in game threes. Forced his way back in a little bit. And Kohei errantly hits the return, so it's 10-8 now.
The beauty of these short 11-point games.
This was another player outside of Kohei. I think Christian might take a timeout right now, but he trusts Kohei to remain composed on his serve. Took an extra beat to think about it and to put it in a really tough spot. Nothing Omatayo could do. 11-10, 11-8, 11-8. Kohei starts the day with a sweep.
Just great motion. You can see the ball spinning across. Omatayo tries to keep it short. Just too much topspin sends the ball long. Portland with the early sweep.
Joined now by Portland Paddlers star Kohei. Congratulations on taking 3 straight games. Kohei, can you hear us? Not sure we have Kohei's audio at the moment. We'll get that sorted out. Kohei, talk to us. We're still struggling to hear him. That should make the difference. Now we got you. Kohei, congrats on the 3-0 sweep. How'd it feel to be back out there?
Yeah. So, well, yesterday was a tough match. Surprised. And then played no good. And then today I have to back to the game. Yeah.
So looking forward, you've got the mixed doubles match coming up where you'll face the same Omatayo and Fabi Diaz. What are your thoughts? What are you going to tell Kayla to get ready for that very important mixed doubles?
Yeah. Last match she was a bit nervous. Yeah, because it's major league is big, very big for her. Then today I will just tell her to relax and then try to put the ball on table. Then I try to block. Yeah.
We know you've won a lot throughout your career, throughout your time early in MLTT. How did you handle the adversity that you experienced yesterday? What was it like last night, thinking about it and getting ready for today?
Yeah, you have to accept. Sometimes win, sometimes lose. This is sport. Then when you lose, you better don't get disappointed, and then get fresh and come back. Yeah.
Are you pleased with how you played today?
Yeah, that's what.
What was the strongest aspect of your game today, did you think?
I think mostly is relaxed, yeah, because to play number one is really, if you give yourself so much pressure, then disturb you play your game, yeah.
Strong weekend in singles. We'll see you in a little bit for the doubles. Thanks, Ko.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Always good to chat with the Portland Paddlers standout. Now we shift to second singles, Sean, and I'm really intrigued by this match. Jonatan McDonald against Nikhil Kumar. And I've just been kind of relentlessly impressed by both these guys, so I'm curious how their styles will contrast, and we'll see right now.
The backhand down the line that Jonathan has been doing to all of his opponents will go right into Kumar's backhand. So he's not going to have that advantage like he's done against so many other righties. I would look for Nikhil to try to play as many out to Jonathan's wide forehand, just to keep him away from the backhand.
First point for Kumar, who was absolutely dominant yesterday in a one-sided contest against Daryl Sal.
You can see Kumar staying on the forehand side, forcing McDonald to run around to get his trademark backhand in. This is in a righty-lefty matchup, where the lefty will have an advantage.
Nikhil Kumar only allowed 11 points to be scored against him over 3 games yesterday, won 33-11 in aggregate.
Interesting. Missed it off the serve return.
Both players have 100% of the points on their serve so far. Kumar gets it back, 2 serving 4. Excellent return from McDonald.
It was perfectly placed right on the white line.
This is going to be a fun match.
No, absolutely, both players, a lot of energy. Both playing kind of mid-court. You can see Kumar just cutting across the side of the ball, mixing up the spin.
First point Kumar's won on McDonald's serve. And a service error allows Kumar to tie it up 5-all.
Chance for a lead on his own.
First lead for Nikhil.
He's going to let you hear it. He's about a 4 alley. Let's go.
5-7.
Kumar's theatrics echo through the Merrill Center. A lot of different styles. It's fun to watch Nikhil get excited.
5-8.
He's really taking a lot of pace on the serve return off the ball. Might look like it's really high, but it's not coming out, forcing McDonald to really step in. And then mixes it up so well with his own power from the backhand corner.
Kumar has completely taken control.
That's some crazy side spin.
9-6.
How McDonald was able to return that other ball.
Snaps a 7-1 run though right there. Kumar had won 7 of the previous 8 points. And a service error from Nikhil.
9.
McDonald with a couple serves. See if he can get back in this.
forehand to play a
10.
backhand. Not an easy strategy to put into play. Really no angle to the cross court. Can only go down the line from that position.
Kumar sends it long.
8.
But he went for it. He was trying to force the point instead of just keep going short, short, short.
Couple good points on his serve to take game 1 for the 20-year-old Kumar. Return
10,
from McDonald
9.
deep. Makes it 10-9. It's funny how early in the game players couldn't lose on their serve, and now players struggling to win points on their serve.
Both players are getting more comfortable where to return it to stop the server advantage.
Kumar takes
11,
game
9.
1
Game 1 to the spinner.
by 2.
He wins by 11 to 9.
First point of the day for the Seattle Spinners.
And Kumar has put the entire fight of the Seattle team on his shoulders. Just from the start yesterday when he got in match number 2, he's just continued this high octane energy.
Kumar is not like Nick Kyrgios in that he doesn't demand energy from the bench. Like Kyrgios will be screaming at his team to give him energy, but Kumar delivers the energy to the bench, and like the Seattle sideline cannot help but be more enthusiastic when Nikhil's on the table.
He's in the second position right now in this match, but I really think it's a huge advantage when he is playing in the first position because it just electrifies the next player on his team going out to keep that energy going. But no, Nikhil Kumar, after a little bit of a slow start, just really started firing and mixing it up so well. Sometimes going for the flip kills on the serve, sometimes just dropping it, moving the ball around, taking advantage of being the lefty in this match to really wide angle out to the forehand of McDonald and away from his stronger backhand.
Game 2, spinner serve, 0-0.
Kumar will serve to start game 2. Where do you think Jonatan McDonald's confidence is at after dropping game 1?
I think he'll be fine. I think he knows he needs to get more backhands into play, and now
2-0.
Kumar with the service error,
And McDonald
taking 2.
chance to really seize control here early if he can take both these points on his serve.
Very aggressive play again by Kumar, going right into McDonald's strength on the backhand.
How about that?
2.
Yeah, just a forced forehand. Looks like McDonald's not sure whether he should just be spinning the ball on or driving it for a winner. Kumar just mixing up the tempo. That's a much better controlled attack
3.
by McDonald to a good location. Kumar changing his service position. Going from the middle of the table.
3.
Looks like McDonald just rushing right now. McDonald just needs to settle down and get his first attack on. Play a little bit like Cole. Get that backhand on. Wait for the return instead of going for a power shot.
Motion from McDonald.
McDonald is not a very boisterous player when he plays, so when you get into these matches where the other side is making so much noise, sometimes that can affect the level of energy, but nice shots there.
Yeah, Shawnee's got the forehand too, and a 7-3 lead now in game 2.
Timeout.
For the Swede, Jonatan McDonald. Timeout taken by Luba Sadovska, the Seattle Spinners coach, to chat with Nikhil Kumar, who was her first round draft pick in the inaugural MLTT draft.
And I think it's a very smart timeout. She's doing that because she believes Kumar can come back in this game. That if he rights the ship, maybe changes the service locations, he can break McDonald and then hold his own. But they want to get back after the first game and match sweep.
Kumar's 11-2 right now in MLTT singles. 7-2 in Santa Cruz, 4-0 so far this weekend. What has McDonald done to fluster him?
He just started getting his backhand in. He's playing a lot smarter, not going for so much, keeping Kumar back off the table. But these forehands, when he plays it down the line from his forehand position, he really exposes one of the weaknesses of a left-handed player who likes to play in that backhand corner. And do the same thing, play it out to his wide forehand. It works in both directions.
Daniel Tran sitting on the bench in between Jiwei
Time.
Shaw and Collet. Looks like he's in kindergarten. And we see Daniel Tran play great table tennis. He's 16 years old, but Collet and Jiwei are just such seasoned pros. And man, it's a fun vision.
So credit the timeout, getting that first point off the opponent's serve. Kumar can break back. He'll have 2 serves only down by 2.
4-8.
Kumar got the ball he wanted, just really not in the best foot position to do anything with that final forehand.
Still work to do for McDonald, but this has the feel of a rubber game coming up.
Net. 4-8.
Missed it.
5-8.
He had the corner.
Yeah, he lined it up. It's not an easy shot to deliver. Again, you see McDonald just staying away from the short forehand serve return to run over and play a backhand, which really opens up his backhand court.
Pressure shifts back to McDonald here on these serves.
Let's
Takes an
play.
extra couple
8-6.
seconds. And we are
Portland
going
with
to
a
get a
timeout.
timeout. Yeah, the delay was not appreciated by the umpire or Nikhil Kumar, who articulated, I'm standing here ready to play. And then we saw Christian Lily Rose stand up, make the timeout signal. There's no official rule of a number of seconds between points. It just
Continuous play, yeah. So yeah, definitely the pressure on Portland. Kumar mixing it up so nicely. Got that first heavy spin in with the backhand. And then McDonald running around the forehand.
Where do you think McDonald should go on this next serve?
I think serving short to the forehand would be a great location just to get Kumar out of the backhand corner. When Kumar's playing in his backhand corner, his down the line backhand, his fading forehand, and then also his ability to play into the elbow is there on every single shot. From the forehand, much more difficult to play down the line, more likely to play just cross court.
Time.
Umpire has called time. McDonald returning to the table. It's a big moment for Jonathan.
8-6.
He has slipped below 500 with his singles record. Enter the weekend 5-4. This is a huge serve right here.
He went
9,
aggressive and
6.
deep into the body. Stayed away from the short serve.
Yeah, put the pressure on Kumar unexpectedly.
And did it again 2 times in a row.
10-6 lead now for McDonald.
And Kumar just kept that ball in play. He really didn't do anything with it. We've seen
7,
McDonald struggle
10.
with that short serve to his forehand.
Kumar pointing to the flip card as if to say, don't forget to add that point there, ref.
Net. 7-10.
That's it. McDonald takes game 2, 11-7, to set up a very intriguing rubber match and a Kumar-esque roar from McDonald.
Just a great set of forehands here. Kumar needing to cover the forehand. We've seen McDonald go down the line, but that time kept it on the backhand side before the mighty roar.
It's like, hey, this wallet has a lot of money and it's right here in this car seat. I'm walking away from it, so doors open and stuff.
It's going to be an interesting battle to 11 here. We've seen both players control the momentum for certain sequences. And we've seen the momentum flip within games, necessitating multiple timeouts. There will be no timeouts in game 3. We know that going into it. I mean, do you think the player that gets out to the early lead has it here, or do you think we could see some swings?
Both these players are quite streaky once they get their games going. I mean, we see right now
Time.
Kumar is already getting on his bike and getting a nice little ride around
Time.
the court. He's going to be bringing a lot of energy, I can tell you that. McDonald is out there to just try to quiet him down.
Game 3. Kettler serve. 0-0.
All righty. Let's enjoy game 3 together. A slight tactical adjustment at the last minute. McDonald tried to go short. Kumar able to win the rally.
Kumar showing some very good footwork, keeping his forehand in play.
2-0 lead for Nikhil Kumar.
0.
And once again, McDonald going for the deep serve. This time Kumar picked it up, added a little bit more to it instead of just putting it on the table. Smart location. McDonald really has no angle when Kumar takes his forehand down the line.
Tough spot for McDonald.
Again,
0-4.
staying on the forehand side. McDonald, as traditionally a very strong backhand player, squares up to the table to make the backhand. It also makes it very tough for the forehand. That's why he's running around the forehand.
5. Change
Much more
side.
comfortable playing that backhand. I would say, here's the streak, the 5-0. I don't know what McDonald could do unless he's going to change the ball and get it out to Kumar's
0-5.
forehand.
Paddler's bench coming to their feet, making some noise, trying to give McDonald some confidence from afar.
That's a great series by
5-1.
McDonald, taking that ball right off the bounce, not letting it bounce to the top, but just a lot of quick pressure. That was a big point.
forehand has just betrayed him too many times.
We've seen him go on a tear, especially in Santa Cruz when he took down Talon John.
2-6.
It was a really big surprise. Yep. In that particular match, his forehand and backhand were landing. But right now, Nikhil Kumar appears to have found an answer. That ball caught the edge of McDonald's racket. See him putting his hand up. Huge point.
Massive. Oh, with a strong forehand finish. McDonald inches within 2.
And again, McDonald going for the deep serve, opting to stay away from the short game. And he's rewarded with a nice forehand smash.
That was the shot right there. It was available to get within 1 after being down 5-0.
And he set it up beautifully with a couple backhands.
Instead, it goes back to 3. Kumar reasserts his advantage here in the decisive 3rd game.
And once McDonald does go out to the forehand, Kumar quickly plays it wide to the backhand to start to keep McDonald off balance. And he has to make a strong shot initially if he wants to get into the points on his term.
Mixed doubles coming up here shortly.
Kumar saying, how do you like me now? Great forehand reloop.
There's the backhand.
That's what McDonald has been waiting to unleash. And deep serve, and just powering through the ball. That's first. It's a very difficult angle to take a cross-court serve, breaking away from you. Try to take it down the line.
Game 3.
Snake?
Looked like a snake to me.
11-5. Kumar takes game 3 and gets 2 points for the spinners. Fun match, but Kumar just had too much down the stretch.
Love the snake right here. Gets the racket below the table. Here comes the wiggle.
Spin on that ball.
Once again, McDonald having trouble executing the forehand, looking at his paddle. Kumar with the big 2-1 victory for Seattle.
Okay, you know he speaks Chinese, he speaks Mandarin, although I don't hear him say Jaido, I hear him say Chole a lot, which everyone...
Let's chat with the victorious Nikhil Kumar. Nikhil, an intense 3-game battle with Jonathan. What was the difference in game 3 from your perspective?
I think probably in game 2. So game 1 I started pretty strong. Game 2 I think I'm going to slow down a bit and kind of went playing a little conservatively. The last game I just kind of went all out. Just if I put the ball on the table, just put it with quality, regardless if it stays short or goes long, and just keep the rally going. And I'm confident that I can beat him in the rally.
Yeah, it seemed, Nikhil, that when you were playing short to his forehand, he really didn't know what to do, whether he should step around, use his backhand. His forehand kind of left him there. Were you thinking the whole time, let him make mistakes, or were you really focusing in the final game on putting the pressure? Because you made a lot of big forehands as well.
Yeah, I think it's a mix of both, to be honest. I kind of try to, my game normally is try to keep it short a little bit and let me find the way to take the first chance to attack. But some points I needed to change it up and play aggressively as well to kind of keep him on his toes and not sure where the next ball's going to be coming.
Nikhil, literally your final shot that you hit was from underneath the table. What are you trying to do in a shot like that?
I'm just trying to put it on the table, to be honest, in hopes that he missed it. Fortunate for me that he missed that one, but Yeah, I was just trying to put it on the table.
How much spin was on that last ball?
I think there was quite a bit, but I think it was almost, I was giving him kind of his spin back in a sense. He played some good spin on that ball, and I just let him get feel of what he gave to me.
Good stuff. Strong performance, 2 out of 3. We'll see you in the Golden Game later on. Thanks, Nikhil.
Thank you.
Mixed doubles. Lei and Goodwin, Omatayo and Diaz.
And of course, Diaz from the very strong Puerto Rican family. Sisters playing in the Pan Am Games this weekend in Chile. And Omatayo played big.
Some of the best moments for Diaz is when she has gone on the offensive. Of course, she had the Golden Game clinching point last night. It wasn't last night, it was Friday night. For the sake of accuracy, and a 1-0 lead here for the Diaz-Omatayo duo. Nice hit from Collet. 2-0 Seattle.
I really like this Seattle combo with Omatayo's his big forehand, but then Diaz, she's playing with pimpled rubber on her backhand side. It allows her to keep the ball very short and very dead. So Kayla Goodwin's gonna have to really read the spin well, especially in game 2 when she plays Diaz's ball.
1.
Smart play by Goodwin, keeping it on Diaz's forehand.
Two, 4.
Four-two lead for the Spinners. Couple serves here for Kayla Goodwin. See if she can set up the third shot attack from Collet. Pretty good short return for Diaz. Didn't allow Collet to do all that much with the attack.
There's that strong backhand by Diaz, but Goodwin,
5,
excellent attack in the backhand corner.
Six, 3.
Seen almost every player in this doubles match swing and miss in the first 9 points.
3,
It just speaks
7.
to the amount of spin and the aggressive tactics that both sides are using.
And I think also with the male players, often they'll back up. And when the ball doesn't have much pace on it, they're constantly running in. Sometimes they can mistime the ball.
9,
made
3.
a very, very smart spin. That's not an easy ball to loop.
9, 4.
Been a tough game for the paddlers. Omatayo, game point. What a sequence. Omatayo and Diaz both delivering massive winners over the course of that game.
Complete 1-2 punch, and we have seen Diaz really land that nice forehand smash. Of course, Omatayo, great forehand topspin. Look at him turn that ball over and then just banging it away past Collet is Diaz. Excellent teamwork.
Most lopsided game of the day so far.
What they're more likely to do based on
And the win goes to Seattle. Sean, did you view this as an even mixed doubles match, or did you come into it thinking that Portland had a slight edge or a significant edge?
Well, as I've mentioned before, the order changes every game, every match. So I would look for Portland to be much stronger here in game 2, but it's really for Omatayo and Diaz. Go for it. Take some chances, take some risks. Saw that game. Coley played so safe, trying to make sure that his partner didn't have any strong attacks coming at her. But Omotaya got the job done, and then, again, teamwork with Fabi Diaz.
Time.
Excellent play.
Awesome. Well, thanks for passing on the tradition, son. We'll interview you soon. Nice shirt, looking sharp. Back for game number 2. Players
So now Coley will be hitting the ball to Diaz.
I was just thinking about what tennis or pickleball
Game
would
2,
be like
Pettler
if
serve.
in doubles you
0,
had to alternate
0.
Oh, it-
shots like table tennis.
It would make it much more footwork centric.
1, 0.
The best doubles teams always have great footwork in table tennis.
1,
Missed it.
1.
Those short balls, you really have to get in quickly.
One,
So look for Omotaya to attack every single ball. He does not want to allow Coley to play the ball. Strong to Diaz. Diaz makes a good block on that quick backhand. Diaz is not going to leave the table. She's going to stay up. It's going to be up for Omotaya to run all over.
Your shoelace.
Try to get his forehand into play.
A shoelace timeout. Diaz takes
2-2.
care of it.
Goodwin needs to keep these serves short and low.
2, 3.
Diaz is at a different demeanor here in Texas compared to what we saw in Santa Cruz.
Definitely
3,
played great
3.
mixed and so big in the Golden Game.
Three,
That's a strong
4.
backhand. Over the table serve return.
Four, 4.
That's
5,
good teamwork by
4.
Portland. Goodwin made a very high quality loop. Coley continued the pressure. Oh no.
5,
Service error
5.
from Coley.
Looked like he was moving while he was still serving it. Just wanting to get out of the way.
Sean, before pretty much every point. That's a winner for
5,
Goodwin. Winner and
6.
a half right there. We see the players signaling under the table. How many different play calls would a doubles team have?
Usually all the player
6,
will do, whether it's the
6.
server giving the signals or the partner, is what type of spin. They'll be able to see when they see contact, whether it's a forehand or a backhand, but what type of spin, and if occasionally if they're going to serve deep. So it's kind of a two-part sequence, the spin and whether it's short or long. I like it much
6,
better when
7.
the server isn't the one calling it, but the partner, because it's the ball that you want to receive. I see Coley telling the server.
Eight, 6.
This is
9,
sweet material
6.
right here. Seattle has done a great job to nullify the male into female advantage that Portland has.
7, 9.
Huge two serves right here for Coley. Point of the match.
7,
And Omotaya
10.
hits the winner.
And that was set up beautifully by Diaz's backhand block, just taking everything off the ball. Goodwin could only keep it on the table, and quickly Omotaya jumped on that ball. Again,
How about that?
11,
Diaz,
7.
great hands,
Game
great
2,
placement.
Seattle takes both points on Coley's serve to close out the 11-7 win. And as Sean said, the Spinners will have the sweep on their mind as they take the table for Game 3.
Just super teamwork. Diaz playing the short ball so well. Omatayo bringing in the forehand topspins from the backcourt. We're seeing Omatayo with a little bit of a Kumar dance there, getting ready, realizing.
With that win, Omatayo and Diaz are guaranteed a winning weekend in doubles. They were 3-3 coming into the day. They're now 5-3. Meanwhile, for Cole and Kayla Goodwin, this is a huge game coming up here. They need to erase the 0-2 feeling from their minds and recognize that they are 4-4 on the weekend in doubles, and this is a make or break sequence, obviously for the team match right now, but also for this paddlers doubles team here in Katy, Texas.
Yeah, I want to say that Seattle has probably found that perfect doubles mix. Diaz changing it up, mixing the pace, and Omatayo just running and landing those big forehands.
0-0.
Very tough.
0.
Cole not sure whether he should be overly attacking, trying to make sure that Omatayo doesn't give too big of a shot to Kayla.
What a return from Cole. From under the table and off the table, lunging to keep that point alive, and he won it.
There's a nice deep push by Omatayo. Just mixing it up, some short, some deep. Putting a lot of pressure on Goodwin.
This would obviously be really satisfying for Olajide Omatayo. After he got swept 3 straight from Cole in singles, he and Fabi Diaz have been the better team here in this doubles match, no question.
That's the difficulty when Diaz gets a little too overconfident with the forehand. She's going into Cole's forehand. He's going to counterattack with ease.
What a point.
2-5.
When Goodwin's attacking, she really sets up Cole nicely. When she gets off the table, really doesn't have too much of a defensive stance. See here on this ball right now, kind of punching from the backcourt, very difficult to land that ball.
2-5.
It's been a lot of good rallies, but most of the good rallies have gone Seattle's way.
And that was the forehand flip we saw Omatayo land on match point in a previous mixed doubles match. Now he's got the serve.
6-3.
Diaz, great forehand over the table. And they're going for a big backhand. She told herself, calm down, take it easy. Make a big forehand, it's easy to want to do it again.
Missed it.
4-7.
It's a very heavy spin. It's tough for Diaz that far back.
Got it that time.
6-8.
Diaz wanted to just load up the serve. It got away from her, turned into a bit of a lob. Goodwin just smacked it for the winner.
Net. 6-8.
Come on.
7, 8.
Well, 2 in a row for Portland has made this third game more interesting. Big point here on Goodwin's serve. Missed it.
It's a great
9,
block by Diaz.
7.
Cole made a quality backhand loop. Diaz just blocked it back without too much difficulty. Fast tempo change of spin.
9, 8.
Paddlers back within 1.
See Cole going for it with the backhand direct winner.
Wow.
8,
The footwork, that entire point for Portland looked a little off.
Well, they were running around, even though righty-lefty, they would crisscross. But Omotaya once again bringing the big forehand into play.
Eleven, 8.
11-8 in game 3 as Omotaya and Diaz complete the sweep for the Seattle Spinners. Satisfying finish for the Seattle duo as they go 6-3 in doubles on the weekend, and Omotaya avenges the 0-3 loss he had at the hands of Cole earlier today.
Every game counts the same, whether you're winning the mixed doubles matchup or the initial match right out of the blocks. Omotaya did a great job. Looks like we're going to get a chance to ask some questions.
Chatted with Fabi Diaz on Friday. Today we get a chance to connect with Olajide Omotaya. Olajide, congratulations. How did it feel to get that doubles win, and you guys go 6-3 overall on the weekend?
Thank you very much. It was actually very important for us. 3 points, you know. I lost my singles 3-0, and I was like, I have to do something to make up for it, and I'm really happy I could, you know, bring 3 points to the team.
You know, it really looked like together you played so well with her controlling the short game and you kind of wandering and just bringing in your big forehand loop. Was that the plan going in?
Actually, she has pimps on the backhand, so we could strategize, and luckily for us today, everything went our way. So I'm really happy to play with Diaz.
Olajide, this has been your first MLTT experience here this weekend. What has it meant to you to be a part of the league, and how have you handled the nerves and the pressure under these bright lights?
Actually, I'm happy to be here, and this is the first edition, and the tension is really low. And also, when we get to 10-10, we get to play the golden points. You know, it's, you know, somehow it's strange to me, but I'm going to get used to it, and I know that I'm going to give my best in the next matches. What
has the golden game been like for you, those 4-point sequences?
Like, I lost like 5 sets in this weekend, like in golden game, so I think it's really, really difficult. Normally we get to play like deuce, and here it's a different system. But anyway, it's the game, so we have to keep fighting for the next matches.
Well, you and Fabi Diaz seem to be making a pretty good doubles team. Congrats on the strong 3-0 sweep, and we will see you in the golden game later on.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Thank you, Olajide Omotaya. They get the doubles win as we shift back to singles. And these are a couple players that have both played only one day so far this weekend. They both went 1-2 in their previous singles match. Starting with Ondrej Lapčík from the Czech Republic. He was very close to taking a 2-0 lead over Sonora Silva. Had a 10-8 lead in game 2, but Silva battled back. Meanwhile, Isak Vila returns to the table. Isak Vila also played Silva. I might have just gotten confused. Yeah, Lapčík, no, they both played against Silva. So they both went 1-2 against Silva. Edge always helps. I mean, what do you think about the stylistic battle we're going to see right here?
It's really a European matchup, kind of against Latin America with Isak Vila. Again, strong forehand, likes to step around his backhand, whereas Ondrej Lapčík, very quick backhand off the bounce. You can see him punching it across the table right now. I think forehand to forehand, small advantage to Vila, but backhand to backhand, I'm going to go Lapčík.
Let's look ahead real quick before they start. Jiwei Shah and Adi Serene. Jiwei's 4-2 this weekend. Serene is 0-6 this weekend. Serene came in with a much better rating. I mean, as we think about how these two teams are going to shape up in the Golden Game, what are your early thoughts on that match?
Well, as I've said earlier, Jiwei Shah really is the heart and soul of Portland. Definitely the Nikhil Kumar, bringing a lot of the energy. Adi Serene has to get it going. He is the highest world-ranked player in MLTT based on his amazing results in Oceania and Australia, but he's got to get it going. He hasn't really played his best so far, but he's been playing against the #1 players, of course, of the opposing team.
0-0.
So 2 great matches ahead.
Yeah, 2 wide open matches too.
1-0.
Isaac Vila, 27 years old, from the Dominican Republic. Made his MLTT debut in Santa Cruz. He went 3-3 in singles. Ooh.
0-2.
Stayed on the back edge of the table, off the net. And Vila, the beneficiary, takes the 2-0 lead.
Vila really has good footwork. Not afraid to leave the table to get into a counter looping rally.
1-2.
This match really is a tribute to the multiculturalism of the league. And we just saw in doubles, Ukraine and USA versus Nigeria and Puerto Rico. Here's the Czech Republic versus the Dominican.
2.
And every country seems to have their own style of play. Generally, it's dictated by whoever's the national champion. Players will copy the #1 player. There's a strong forehand by Vila, but then misjudges.
3.
Did you feel, Sean, that a slew of American players were trying to imitate you?
No, none of them.
But you were a 5-time national champion.
The problem was the style that I played was very difficult because I was a forehand only player. So you literally had to cover the whole court. Today's game, you must have a good backhand to compete. My style wouldn't work today.
I was going to say, because you seem to be insisting that I work on my backhand, but clearly my forehand is a superior shot right now.
But that's exactly my point.
So why can't I be a Sean O'Neill and just go with the forehand?
It's the footwork. And your backhand is getting there. This weekend, we really made a lot of progress, so I'm confident that we can get there.
4.
We haven't worked on the serves yet. I'm nervous about that.
That'll be much easier than the footwork.
Really? We'll see. 5-3 lead for Isaac Vila Ortiz.
Vila doing a nice job on the serve and follow. You can see Lapchuk choosing to play a backhand on a serve to the middle. Lets you know which side he's more comfortable with. Vila will definitely play with his forehand on any balls to the center.
Oh, what a point.
4-7.
And we saw Vila with a great defense and the footwork to stay in it, but Lapchuk takes a great angle on the winner.
Nice backhand opening by Lapchuk, but unable to follow with his forehand. He needs to stay a little closer to the table. When that soft ball comes over, he can step into it.
Andre, 24 years old, the younger of the two in this match by 3 years. Vila cut off guard by that deep return. Forced to play defense, and nothing he could do about that.
But you could see he stepped around from the backcourt to get a forehand in. He wants to get the powerful forehand if possible. Like he slid in safe.
Five, 9.
And forehand to forehand exchanges. Vila just a little stronger technique, stronger footwork.
6, 9.
Vila went to the towel, not at a multiple of 6, but had a reason to do it apparently.
Yeah. Anytime there's a little bit
That's
of
place.
wetness on the table, the umpires would grant you a chance to dry it off. And that's a nice serve and followed by
7.
Lapchuk.
Lapchuk has had a whole slew of impressive winners. I mean, if he comes back and wins this game, it's not going to be hard to create a highlight reel for him, but he's still down by 2.
He definitely plays with an intention to making pattern winners. Kind of a
10,
one-shot
7.
specialist. And he sets him up nicely. And we've seen that backhand side spin chop off the serve return. Almost like he's reserving the serve.
Game point. Vila takes game
11-7.
1.
Game 1.
11-7.
He wins by 11 to 7.
And we are tied 5-5 through the first 10 points today in the team total.
Both players so evenly matched. Again, backhand to backhand. Lapchuk normally has the upper hand, but with forehands, Vila, big advantage.
What do you like most about what Isak did?
He just kept his forehand going. And you saw that one ball that he was lobbing, and he still fought to try to get around.
Yeah.
So he's definitely staying offensive-minded.
He's definitely a fighter.
Yeah, and that's true of the entire Dominican Republican team in general. Playing against them many years ago, could always count on them bringing their A game.
Comes from a family of table tennis players, right?
Yep. Juan Vila is the current president of the Americas Table Tennis Federation under the ITTF and great player himself. Just a rich tradition from the island. Mario Alvarez, Raimundo Fermin, 2 of his teammates. And the one thing is, Christian Lillarose speaks Spanish, and that really makes life a lot easier for Mr. Vila since he doesn't speak English.
Christian apparently speaks 8 different languages.
So everyone
which is mind-boggling.
Everyone on the team, he can speak in their native language, basically.
And he has coached all over the world. He's coached players from 53 different countries, which feels like a typo, but that's just the longevity.
It's not
and
3 or 5, it's 53.
Yeah, he's traveled to 73 different countries.
Finish serve.
He's been a part
0,
of
0.
19 different national teams over the course
And he's
of
the
his
dancing
career.
coach.
And we'll see if he's dancing at the end of the day today.
0,
He was dancing
1.
when he walked in. He was introduced. He paddled his way into the lineup.
Big point for Vila to win a backhand-to-backhand exchange and take both points off of Lapchuk's serve. And now Vila really playing smart, coming out strong. And there's Vila's forehand.
4.
Lapchuk going for the backhand side spin on the return, but Vila sticking with his strength.
Five, nothing lead now for the
5.
Dominican. Oh my!
6,
Vila down the line to take a 6-0 lead.
And in that situation, all you can do is really pick a side or guess. And Vila picked wisely. Great backhand.
6,
Lapchick
1.
scores his first point here in the second game. And when you're down 6-0, Sean, and is it just as simple as the cliche, 1 point at a time?
And that's what, as a coach, always remind the players you
2,
can't
6.
score 2 or 3 points. There's no three-pointer in table tennis, so just move your feet, play the ball, make a good decision, play it to a good location. Again, Vila
2,
just
7.
taking his time, gets the opponent back off the table. Patience. Control.
Would you like to see some sort of innovation where you create a three-pointer in table tennis?
There have been some leagues in the past where they've tried. Look at this forehand by Vila.
Tremendous point.
3,
Lapchick
7.
continues to battle his way back into the game. I'm excited to hear about these other leagues.
Yeah, they have done a double point where a player could choose
7-3.
when they're trailing to do a doubler on it. Players are
8,
very adaptive.
3.
Whatever small changes you give them, they're able to adjust.
What if there was a rule like you hit a behind the back winner? That's 3 points. So
then
that would be a 3-point play.
Right. And we'd be betting on Cole in the fantasy league. So right now, Vila, great forehand attacks here. Super power.
9.
Just really finding his form and rhythm. No difficulty with the lobs at all. Great combination by Vila, this time on the backhand side. Super short serve return. Here comes the backhand loop, and then a backhand powerful shot down the line again.
Ton of game points for Vila.
And he went down the line
10,
for
4.
the, seems like the umpteenth time.
Two 2-0 lead
11-4.
for Vila.
Game 2, the Peddler.
11-7
Win
and
by
11-4. And he will try to put Jiwei Shaw, Christian Lilyrose, and the rest of the paddlers in an enviable position by trying to sweep this match right here and take a 7-5 lead overall.
Just really playing smart, getting his forehand into play. Lapchick needs to figure out a way of getting to that backhand side of the table.
Think you're good. That's the slogan. So if you submit that on social media, Major League Table Tennis will see it. And if you're cheering loud, you make a good post, you get a chance for a free shirt. I see you, I know you have them, but I know you got
How long have you known Christian Lilyrose?
I believe the first time we ran into each other would have been around 1983, 84. So quite some time ago. What year were you born?
I was born in 85.
Okay, so known him longer than you've been on this earth.
Did you guys ever play against each other?
We did. He was a player. If you can imagine this, he played penholder.
Really?
Yeah, an unusual grip for a Swede. And Christian was known for his very tricky serves, both the behind the back and under the leg. So
Game 3, Peddler
I'm going to
serve.
go out on a limb and say
0-0.
Christian has had more success as a coach than he was as a player.
0-1.
Speaks more to his illustrious career as a coach.
Exactly. But coming from Sweden, where they have a really great league system and a club system and coaching program. Oh, look at that power by
1-1.
Vila. Just really playing the table so perfectly. Wide angle, and the opposite side wide angle. No chance for Lapchick to run that down.
When you
One,
moved to Europe
2.
as a teenager to pursue your continued professional development, did you travel all around Europe? Did you go to Sweden?
I was primarily based in Sweden.
That's
I played
right.
in Stockholm, and Christian was also in the Stockholm area. So I didn't know him when I was in Sweden, but when he came to the U.S., we have such a small community here.
2,
I ran into
2.
him in a number of camps and clinics.
Now y'all are neighbors.
Yep. I take him to the airport very often, and then he picks me up. Lapchek had a chance on that one.
Well, there was something else that I wanted to ask you about coming into this weekend. Just a question I had about way back when. I'll ask it after this point. 4-2 lead for Vila.
4.
So you played in the first Olympics that table tennis was involved in. Do you remember learning that table tennis was going to be in the Olympics for the first time? And like, was that a life-changing moment for you?
It was for everyone in the sport. They let us know in 82, 83 that it was going to make the 88 games in Seoul. So I had played in the Pan Am games, which are going on right now in Caracas, Venezuela in 83. Then we had to watch the Olympics in Los Angeles, where it wasn't in tennis and baseball went in to 84 since the U.S. could choose. Then Korea was able to choose their sports, taekwondo and table tennis won.
So in 83, you were not yet a national champion. You won the first title in 85. I mean, was that a huge motivating thing for you?
Oh, it changed it for everyone. Everyone was quickly scrambling to figure out how to become an amateur.
2-5.
Because the Olympics was always amateur-based, and the ITTF was smart enough to say everyone gets to play. They weren't going to make a distinction like they had in basketball, where college players were still playing. So, Lapchek doing a much better job there to force Vila off the table. But yeah, it just going into the Olympics for table tennis, it gave the sport so much more validity and, I guess you could say, street cred in the sporting world, as well as the popularity being among the biggest stage in the world. Of course, players are still fighting for chances for Paris this summer.
How did the qualifying work for that first 88 Olympics as an American?
We had to have a U.S. tryout to figure out the top 6 Americans to face the top 6 Canadians in a North American zonal qualifier where only 2 men would go. So I was fortunate to be among the top 2. There was a Canadian and myself, so I was the only U.S. male, but the oldest, the youngest, at the same time on the men's side. And on the women's side, it was Diana G. and Unsuk Bashan that made it for singles and doubles.
6-5.
The U.S. women have qualified in the team event, which will put them into singles for Paris. The men are fighting still. They're having a chance to win placement for championships.
Time untaken by the Portland Paddlers, with Vila facing his first adversity of this match. Christian Lily-Rose will chat with him. What do you remember about your first Olympic opening ceremonies in Seoul? Being a part of that, walking in with all the other American athletes.
Yeah, they had a lot of doves on the cauldron. And when it went off, we just had more chicken for lunch the next day. It was great. I hung out with the archery athletes, the archery team, since, again, being the only male, I had to kind of pick a team. And Diana and Insuk, my teammates, they were busy doing things together. Insuk, being Korean, had a chance to go home to Seoul, so they were out shopping in Itaewon, and I was hanging out with the archers and getting a chance to learn how to restring the bow and get my arrows balanced.
Did you shoot some?
No, but I cheered, and my good friend Jay Bars won a gold medal in singles, and in the team event they won a silver medal. So it was so
you were like an archery groupie,
or more like a mascot. But had a great time in Seoul and then had a chance to do it again in Barcelona. So
I think groupie is more flattering than mascot.
I was a little kid.
You weren't a little kid, you were an Olympian.
Yeah.
One of the points of the weekend right there.
Again, Vila showing great patience. On any of these balls, he could go for a big winner. Instead, just controlled attack, ready to keep it going. And that's been the difference in this match so far.
Lapchick back in front, 7-6.
You can see Lapchick running over to the forehand to try to get a backhand into play. Vila very wise to keep that ball wide to the forehand on the serve.
Miss hit by Lapchick there. Knew it as soon as it touched it. 8-7 to Vila. My goodness! Vila down on the ground by the side barrier, still wins the point. Unbelievable.
How he is able, when lobbing, to step around and play a forehand. Fans beginning to move to the side as he's coming back to the court and just slides out into the barrier.
We'll go back to that point and show it again in its entirety after this match. As Vila suddenly has a bunch of game points to complete the sweep. That's high up on the top 10 for this Texas weekend, and it's over. Vila was just too good on those long rallies. 11-7, 11-4, and 11-7. 3-0 sweep for Isak Vila, and that was tremendous stuff.
Just constant pressure by the Dominican, not letting up regardless of the score.
7-5 lead now for Portland, and we're gonna get ready for the fourth singles match. Let's go back to this long point.
And just again, running it down on the wide forehand and then keeping it in play on the backhand. He's kind of sizing it up right now where you see he's now fighting, about to take out the scoreboard.
And look, the way he goes down, the last shot, if Lapchick can get it back anywhere on the table, but he thought he had won it right here.
Mr. Serene, Mr. Serene.
Vila's down, and he still wins it. And Luba Sadovska and Fabi Diaz in utter disbelief on the Seattle bench. Let's chat with Christian Lilyrose for a moment, the head coach. Maybe this is the first of two chats with Christian. We'll see. Christian, we're talking about that point at 8-7. We can't hear you right now.
Hello?
Yeah, now we got you.
Hello, okay. Did we win the team match?
You haven't won it yet.
Oh, I got it. I won it while I was here.
What's going through your mind on that point at 8-7 when he's just fighting for his life?
Well, I don't know. That was like a crazy point. He played. That was probably, if you don't put that in top 10, I'm going to be disappointed. Come on, guys. That was an unbelievable point.
It's not our call, but it's the #1 play of the weekend right now. Your thoughts on Isak's overall performance to get 3 points for your team?
Well, I have to say that he had to play a little bit different than I was used to. The thing is that when you saw those was a lot of very strong points that Lapchick was able to play very well on. But the thing is that he had to play kind of a weird game, like playing slow to backhand, which I had a problem with. So he performed very well. I put that time out in the third. He was up 5-2 and lost 4 in a row. So that was a key point, and he was able to refocus and change his strategy a little bit. So he played very well, and he was a little bit down on himself yesterday because he was ahead and lost. But today he did a fantastic performance.
All right, Christian, we got to get ready for this next singles match. Thanks for jumping on, and perhaps we'll chat with you again a little bit.
All right, next time we do it in Spanish, okay, right?
No problemo. Been excited for this match all day long, Sean. Jiwei Shah and Adi Serene. They've had two very different weekends, both in Santa Cruz and again here. In Santa Cruz, Jiwei struggled, Adi excelled. Jiwei's kept it loose this weekend. This was earlier today. It's better with the Jurassic Park theme underneath. But Adi Serene, who had a strong MLTT debut, has struggled this weekend. And look, he's faced some tough opponents. He got swept 3 straight by Tao Wenjong, and then against David Macbeth. Some close games in there, a couple 11-9s and 11-8 and 11-7. But it has been a frustrating weekend for Serene, and apparently there's a mop necessary. That last match between Vila and Lapchik,
He left a little skin
was
on the
so
ground as well.
sweaty, and the players were throwing their bodies around. This is an MLTT first. It's good to know we have the mop ready. Obviously, footing is important. So, the psychology of these two players. I mean, Jiwei struggled in Santa Cruz, but he had a really phenomenal performance yesterday in the match against Tao Wenjong. He also took 2 out of 3 from Daryl Sal. So what do you make of this sequence that we're about to see?
You know, I think if Adi is able to establish that he can attack at least 2 balls during the rally and stay away from Jiwei's backhand, he'll have a significant upper hand. But Jiwei has been playing so well in the serve return, really nullifying the server advantage with that quick drop shot. With Jiwei, he was playing his forehand a lot in Santa Cruz, and I think after yesterday he realized that, you know what, my backhand's as good as any of these opponents that I might face. Now he's doing a little bit of paperwork himself, but he's having fun. When you're winning, life is much easier. You could see with the dinosaur costume, he was having a good time. But the pressure is on Adi for sure. He's feeling it. Nikhil Kumar played big against Jonatan McDonald to get the 2-1. And we've had the sweep in the Coley matches, both in the singles and in the mixed doubles. So right now, Portland would love to have Jiwei pull a little bit of an upset, and Adi needs to get Seattle back in this game.
0-0.
Serene, after the mop fest, will serve first.
0-1.
Encouraging start for Jiwei. Discouraging start for Adi. Just 1 point. More like it for Serene.
And he's already running, getting those steps in.
I mean, he comes in with such a reputation as this 15-year-old prodigy. Way to fight back in the point.
I just feel that when they're on the backcourt to backcourt, Serene's footwork, also his ability to come out with big shots, a little more power. Jiwei plays with more spin. And that's a nice combination by Jiwei Shah. Start with the backhand and transfer to the forehand. That's the exact sequence that we saw Jiwei do against Tao Wenjong. Drop the serve, really short, force the error.
Jiwei needs just 1 game to give Portland the edge heading into the Golden Game. Of course, he'd love to do more than that. Spin on the edge
Score
as much as he can. A sweep would give Portland the 5-0 edge.
That backhand loop is so solid by G-Way. Swing trying to go for the winner. I think with a little bit of age and experience, he'll start putting that ball on the table without going for everything.
You said something earlier today off air that I hope I'm not going out of line repeating, but you said that Adi practices a gazillion hours every week. G-Way coaches a gazillion hours every week, and that's a dynamic as well about how these players are able to prepare for this competition.
Well, it's a different ball that you're dealing with. One is you're trying to help a student work on a stroke or a skill, where Adi's always playing a ball trying to win the point. But G-Way is very seasoned. He was a very strong player for the Beijing team, as well as being in Japan. So he knows what he has to do. It's just sometimes the shots aren't as consistent as they used to be.
Are you trying to say you don't feel game ready by practicing with me?
I'm enjoying myself, and I'm loving the fact we're adding footwork as well as target practice on both your forehands and backhands, which were exceptional this weekend.
Exceptional is a little bit lofty. Improving.
Macbeth was asking if you're going to jump into the pool of possible players.
I told him I'm coming for him. I don't think he was too worried.
But G-Way has really played the big points well, especially on the serve return. The serve. I mean, G-Way, he's able to take this first game and guarantee that Portland has a lead. Coach Rose definitely be buying lunch for him back home.
Just a great rally, and G-Way handled it better. And he has controlled the pace and tempo here in game one.
Just a nice mixing of the spin and pace by G-Way Shaw. First controlling it, then adding a little more topspin and depth on the ball. Again, the backhand to backhand exchange. G-Way just having more gears.
Of the 52 players that were rated coming into this weekend, G-Way was ranked number 38. Adi was ranked number 23. But those numbers are going to flip, it appears. Game one to G-Way Shaw, 11-3. And it really didn't even feel that close.
No, G-Way played tactically a lot better, moved the ball around, and didn't have to make so many big shots to score. Adi, a lot of errors, and I'm not going to say they were unforced because G-Way put him in a position to have to make a great shot to land the ball.
So there, I imagine, Sean, have been times in your playing career when you felt like you were in a slump and just the things that worked for you in the past weren't working over the course of multiple matches. How do you deal with that? What do you say to yourself to try and break out of it?
Yeah, I think for me personally, the biggest challenges were adding new elements to my game and not having to be really tournament ready.
Like a backhand?
Like a backhand, which some people would say I never really added. But anytime you do something new, you can't expect the same success of going with the old game, but you can't improve as an overall player if you just do the same things day in, day out. And with the streaks in either direction, things aren't going well. I've always found, go back to the fundamentals, make sure that those are working. And I relied a lot on my footwork and my forehand and serve return. So kind of like G-Way, play to the opponent's weaknesses, and it'll be a lot easier on you. And that forehand didn't make much sense there by G-Way. He likes to fade the forehand, and with Adi going to the middle in the forehand, there's not much to fade. And there's the power of Serene.
2-0.
Very different flavor to the start of game 2.
That's off of Ji-Wei's serve as well.
3-0 for Adi.
0.
Ji-Wei shaking his head, realizing can't just put the ball up into play. He's got to place it somewhere. So Adi is so fast with his footwork.
It's a different guy here in game 2.
4.
That's what happens after you lose a game. I mean, it's 11-3. He's already outscored the number of points here in game 2. Body language. That's a good safe opening by Ji-Wei. That first loop keeps the pressure on the opponent. Right now, Ji-Wei's really having his hands full, rushing on this last backhand loop.
It's a little strange to think of it this way, but Seattle's golden game chances could very much come down to, can Adi Serene make it 8-7 instead of 10-5 going into it? And that 4-point swing could be the difference.
Such a good point. And now you have Adi
6-1.
firing on all cylinders. Running the table. Good defense there by Ji-Wei, but still 2-6. He's going to have to play a number of big shots to get back into this game.
Just imagine if you could hit a behind the back winner and get 3 points here. That would make life possible for coaches, because kids, just like they want to be like Steph, they want to hit the behind the back winner.
They'd be serving from the wide forehand.
I'll shut up now.
And you can see Ji-Wei pulling a little bit of teammate Vila, fighting to get around that backhand side of the table with his forehand.
Oh, great response there from
7-3.
Serene. This whole second game has been a phenomenal response.
Those are the big shots that Serene lands regularly.
Different demeanor, different body language. It's a whole different level.
Yeah, it's almost as if Ji-Wei woke him up by beating him so badly in game 1. We see a little bit more Nikhil Kumar out there. Just the self-encouragement, the running between the shots, between the points, and the very aggressive play. Ji-Wei has the serve. If he can hold his serve, he can turn this into a game that Adi needs to.
Adi lost the first game of his weekend 11-2 to Taowen Zhang. The next 2 games were 11-7 and 11-9, but he couldn't get over the hump. He did make progress. Yesterday, closer games against David Macbeth, but he lost 9, 6, and 8. So he's 0-7 right now on the weekend, but he's in control here.
Oh, that's a great third ball attack by Ji-Wei. Fading the ball right into the body, right across the center line. Caught the top of the net. Ji-Wei had a couple strong backhands in that exchange.
Good! 10-6 lead now for Serene. You can sense the changing of the tide. for him and the Spinners.
7-10.
Serene's playing Ji-Wei shot into the backhand side. Ji-Wei has the side to take advantage.
That's game.
11-7. Game.
Adi Serene's on the board here in Texas. 11-7 in game 2 to set up an important rubber game coming up. Not only will it decide who wins this individual match, it will also decide whether it's a 3-point lead or a 1-point lead at the start of the golden game. And again, that small margin could be the difference between these two teams that when they played a golden game in Santa Cruz, I mean, it was 21-19.
I think with Cole on the bench, as well as Vila playing so strong, it's really going to come down to the coach's lineup to see which players play against the other one. Here we have Ji-Wei trying to get his backhand going, and Adi playing much more controlled, bigger forehands, bigger backhands, much more power.
Long list, that's a good point. Good spin there. Maybe you're still in position so you're not exposed on the wide forehand as well. You can trust yourself to get around.
Do you feel like the momentum from game 2 carries over
Time.
into game 3 here, or what can Ji-Wei do to turn things around?
Ji-Wei has to eliminate a number of errors. A lot of the points that Adi got were off of Ji-Wei's mishits or balls that just clipped the top of the net. Adi playing with a lot more confidence.
Spinners serve. 0-0.
Game 3. He was a ping that last shot right off that net cam, where we also collect the great audio.
Clink.
Great sounds and pictures from our ultimate production team.
You can see Adi
0-2.
winning that first extended rally, and now just quickly getting his forehand into play. Nice position.
One thing that I learned
1-2.
those net cams, there's one on each side. At some point, the ball could theoretically ricochet off one of those net cams and onto the other side of the table, and the ball would still be in play.
Right, they're part of the net assembly. And so just like if it, Ji-Wei with another net ball, but Adi with the point
3-1.
victory, yes. If you hit the net post,
Yep.
it still counts. A lot of times you'll see the players, especially with the amount of side spin on the ball, they'll just go around the net. They won't even worry about going over it, and that's legal as well as going underneath it counts.
4-1.
The net extends basically 6 inches off each side of the table. It's also about 6 inches high. Technically
1-5. Change side.
centimeters high.
If you ever need to measure a net, you can use a dollar bill. Same 6 inches, so. Should never be playing with a net too high or too
1-5.
low if you've got any cash on you.
I've never thought about it like that, but I love it. Don't usually carry cash these days. There's a reason to now.
2-5.
Not to buy a cheeseburger, but to make sure your net is regulation. Because you wouldn't carry a tape measure or a ruler with you.
A nice serve and followed by Ji-Wei shot. He needs to get on the board right now after the end change here in game 3.
Spinners time.
Seattle taking a timeout, trying to make sure that Adi can get this job done. When these two teams played in September, Sean, the Spinners had a 10-5 lead at the end of regulation, leading into the Golden Game, and Portland made history, becoming the first team in MLTT history to come back from a 5-0 deficit at the start of that Golden Game.
Just showing that no lead is safe. And I think that's the beauty of the Golden Game. Of course, you want to reward the team that dominates the singles and doubles play.
We saw Rachel Sung in that event lose 3-0 in singles, but she had some key points in the Golden Game, and Tyrese Knight was
He
phenomenal.
was just amazing. So much fun to watch. And of course, we're sending well wishes for his performance
Time.
down at the Pan Am Games. Looking forward to getting him back for the next event in East Oakland.
5-3.
It's the weekend before Thanksgiving. These West Division teams will reconvene in East Bay.
6-3.
Jiwei pop-up of the serve. Audie finishing the point without any difficulty. That was a solid backhand counterattack by Jiwei.
These next couple points are going to say a lot about how this third game goes. Too good from Serene.
4-7.
Serene just pressing the backhands, staying in an offensive-minded posture, blocking Jiwei out of position.
8-4.
Well, both those points on Jiwei's serve go to Serene, and he now can taste the 2-1 win. Been a tough couple of days for young Audie, but he has responded after getting shellacked 11-3 in the opener here.
8-5.
Jiwei says, not yet, folks, not yet.
Not going to go quietly.
Serene
5,
raises
9.
the fist in the air.
And Jiwei's fighting to get this first attack in, but Serene saying, that's okay, I'll just re-loop it. Great pressure, great placement.
Net. 5-9. Six, 9.
Jiwei continuing to stay close.
Frustration from Jiwei Shah after he thought he had this point.
Again,
And
that
Serene
inside-out
escapes.
forehand just sent him over again into the scoreboard area, but game point, match point.
11,
Serene
6.
takes
Game
games
match
2
is
and
finished.
3
Win by
impressively.
2 games.
And we have a really tight match as we head toward the Golden Game between Portland and Seattle.
I can't wait to see how the coaches make this lineup for the Golden Game. Only a 1-point difference.
Yeah, it'd be fun to chat with Audie Serene right here, but instead we are going to send it down to the Commissioner of Major League Table Tennis, Flint Lane, as he will convene with the coaches, Seattle's Luba Sadovska and Portland's Christian Lilyrose. And we will see how the matchups are created for this pivotal Golden Game. Grand finale to every match. Players will play every 4 points. With a 1-point lead at the start, we will see The first two players play 3 points apiece. Christian certainly takes his time getting over for the meeting.
I think he's
chatting with all his players.
Yeah, chatting with all the players to figure out if there's any matchups that they would like.
All right, let's send it down to Flint Lane.
Okay, Portland is ahead 8-7. You'll be starting with a 1-point lead. Seattle will have the first pick. Adi Serene will be your leadoff. Coach? Collet is your 1. Who's your number 2? Jiwei Shah is your number 2. Coach? Nikhil Kumar, your number 2. Your 3. Andrei Lapchek is your 3. Coach? Kayla Goodwin is your 3. Your 4. Jonathan or Isaac? Jonathan is your 4, making Isaac your 5. Your number 4, Coach. Fabiola is your 4, making Olajide your 5? Yes, Olajide your 5. Okay, good luck, coaches.
Get your popcorn ready, everybody. These are all fascinating matchups. A lot of surprises. Sean, your facial expression said a lot as the matchups were announced. I think you were really excited to see Adi versus Collet. We saw that in your facial expression. Jiwei and Kumar, and then Lapchik versus Goodwin was a shocker.
Yeah, and that, I think they were thinking that throwing that up there would give...
That who was thinking?
Christian, was that he would get either Jonathan or Isak against Fabiola to do the reversal if you're going to get potentially swept, to have some sweepers on your side as well.
But you could get swept in the 3 spot and not get those players back to the table.
Right, that's the thing, is if you're not out on the court and you're only playing 2 potential sets of 4.
Mr.
All right,
Serene,
let's see if this
you
pays
ready?
off.
Well, I
Mr.
love
Serene.
this Collet-Serene match.
They're going to start by playing just 3 points. Adi will serve first, and then Collet will serve twice.
So it's Adi Serene to serve.
Here we go. Final golden game of the weekend for Portland and Seattle. How will they finish their Octobers?
Spinner serve.
Let's
0-1.
find out. Serene serves. The energy that you feel after that first golden game winner is immense from the entire arena. Collet gets Portland back in front 2-1.
Collet beginning to dance a little bit between the points. There's your behind the back shot going for the 3-pointer.
Unfortunately for him, it only would have counted for 1, and unfortunately for him, it did not connect with the table. Strange time to pull that out.
Spinner serve. 2-2.
Kumar versus Shah. These two guys played a singles match in September.
And Jiwei going on the offensive directly, instant pressure.
In that singles match, Kumar won the first game 11-10, Shah won the second game 11-9, and then Kumar absolutely obliterated Jiwei 11-2 in the third game. Oh, Kumar missed it into the net.
Jiwei from the backcourt, not giving up, just kept one more ball on the table, hoping for an error. Jiwei takes both points on Kumar's serve.
And he takes the first point on his serve with his game face on, sneering after the winner. It's a sweep for Jiwei Shah. 4 straight for the paddlers.
What a change from coming off of the 4th singles match, losing 2-1, to Adi Serene to sweeping the current U.S. champion 4-0 to give Portland the early lead at 6-2.
Lapchick versus Goodwin.
3-6.
Goodwin's going to swing. There's no chance she's going to play safe. Question is, will Lapchick just load up the spin?
6-4.
Goodwin cannot get either serve back on the table. Lapchick cuts the 4-point gap in half. What will Kayla do on her serve? My goodness, what a shot!
3rd ball attack. That's the one thing I've noticed. When Goodwin plays, she knows what she wants to do. Directly off the serve, no hesitation.
Lapchick able to take 3 out of 4. Christian Lily Rose nodding his head as if to say, good effort, that was the right shot,
right,
missed it.
If you can be only down 2-1 but actually attacking as the female, this is going to be an interesting combination here. Diaz's backhand against McDonald's.
Net.
Diaz likes to serve long to challenge the opponent. And she's done it successfully. Backhand to backhand. McDonald should take a half a step back just in case he sees that serve again.
Wow.
7-7.
Fabi Diaz has won the first 2 points to tie this match up 7-all.
And then McDonald does the exact same serve, a little more into the center, but a deep serve into the body. No player has returned the opponent's serve yet this series of 4.
We finally get a rally and Diaz takes it. She wins 3 out of 4 from McDonald.
What outstanding play in the media.
Diaz has been playing big in this match. Sweeping in the mixed doubles.
This just goes to show you, Sean, I mean, your looks of shock for Kumar to lose all 4 to Jiwei, and then for Seattle to win 3 out of 4 each of the next 2 sequences. Lapchick over Goodwin and then Diaz over McDonald's. Vila's had the hot hand. And Omatayo respond. Yes, he can.
What a put-away loop by Omatayo. That's a rocket.
More of a laser than a loop.
That's the experience of playing in Europe. Omatayo just took his time, put the ball on the table, positioned himself for a forehand rip. Vila unable to keep it going. Great body shot by Vila.
So Vila and Omatayo split their 4 points. It's 10-10. Back to the top of the order. Cole versus Adi Serene. 2 of the highest ranked players in the entire league. Who's going to set the tone first here? It'll be Adi Serene with the serve.
You can see Cole going for the offense. Not comfortable with just a safe return, but trying to put pressure on the young gun.
11
all. Couple serves.
Portland going for the backhand serve.
My goodness. Lay had the winner sized up and he missed it. Foul tip. They split the four. 2-2, 12-12.
12 points apiece, even they go. Last time G-Way came out, he had
Set of four right here.
Nikhil Kumar with the serve.
Will the emotional energy of Ji-Wei Shah be able to keep it going? He swept Kumar last time.
It's the only way that.
5 in a row.
5 in a row for Ji-Wei. Only way that Cole and Serene get back to the table is if the score is 20-20. And it very well could be.
These teams so evenly matched. Six points in a row.
What is Ji-Wei doing right now?
He's just playing super safe and loading it up. Kumar's leaving the table, not willing to counterattack, just trying to keep the ball in front of him. But the heavy spin makes it so difficult.
Great return from Kumar when his team desperately needed it.
So the server in this set of four seems to be a little bit at the disadvantage. Ji-Wei taking 2 on Kumar's serve, Kumar taking the first ball on Ji-Wei's.
3 out of 4 and 7 of 8 for Ji-Wei Shah against Nikhil Kumar.
Again, Ji-Wei just staying with the offense, getting that first loop in. Very difficult for Kumar to re-loop it.
Ji-Wei able to send Goodwin to the table with a 2-point lead. Last time, Goodwin scored 1 point compared to Lapchik's 3. Goodwin able to strike first.
No hesitation. Nice smash on the lobs, just kept the pressure on.
Pressure's all on Lapchik now.
That ball kicks a little bit. But you can see the positive body language by Kayla Goodwin. She likes to hit the ball. See if she can keep her serve short enough to where she'll get a swing. Big point by Kayla.
A lot of pressure on Fabi Diaz coming to the table against McDonald with a deficit. With McDonald in range. That missed the table.
Again, smart play by Goodwin.
They split their 4. It's a 2-point lead for Portland.
Those were 2 huge points.
Fabi played well against McDonald last time with the pressure.
McDonald's within striking range. He can finish it right now. He's got to worry about scoring before finishing. But
Elevated pressure right now for both players. McDonald inches Portland closer. Earlier, both these players like their backhands. That forehand rally, McDonald able to take it.
another
serve.
Deep serve, perfectly placed. Elbow backhand side.
That point guarantees that Vila and Omotaya will get back to the table. And Diaz responds with a backhand winner return. 1 point game.
McDonald cannot believe that backhand hit.
McDonald able to get Portland within 2 points of the victory. Vila and Omotaya coming up.
Fireworks guaranteed in this set of 4. Omotaya looking to bring the forehand.
Olajide needs to win 3 of these 4, otherwise it's over. That's not the way he wanted to start. 20-17, Portland has match point. Off the edge, did not hit. Matayo staves one elimination point away. Serve for Vila and timeout taken. Vila nodding his head when he heard the timeout call as if to say, yeah, I'm okay with that.
I think Christian Lillaros definitely wants Omatai to think about the fact he missed his first serve. See if there's any way that teammates Kumar or Serene can change his mindset.
Christian speaking one of his 8 languages.
With an opponent of this strength on the other side, you might as well serve it into the net because they're not going to receive.
You go back to the Serene win. You know, it could have been 10-5 heading into the Golden Game. It could have been 9-6 instead 8-7. It'd be over by now if it was 9-6 or 10-5. Seattle's still alive. It would be absolutely fascinating to see this come down to 1 point between Serene and Lei after the weekend that both those players have had. But Omotayo with a burden on his shoulders right now. Fights off another
great serve
point.
return. It'll be interesting. Will Vila go for something aggressive on the serve? Omotayo showing the upper hand in the short game.
Omotayo has delivered for the second time in MLTT history the ultimate golden point. At 20-all, Adi Serene versus Cole. 1 more point.
Serene will have the serve. Experience versus youth.
These 2 players separated by 2 decades in the age department.
20-20.
6 points for the winning team on this point.
Adi Serene wins it for Seattle. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Adi Serene takes a lap around the full arena. Incredible.
Adi has left the building.
Seattle was down 20-17, and they come from behind to take it 21-20. That was unreal. And for a guy like Nikhil Kumar, who only won one of the 8 points he played in the Golden Game, but he still gets to celebrate with his team. That was an emotional roller coaster. And Adi Serene, after the weekend he has had with his struggles and tribulations, to end it that way has to be an incredible emotional boost. Let's chat with the head coach. Luba Sadowska joins us. Luba, that was ridiculous. What's going through your mind down 20-17?
I'm literally checking my heartbeat on my Apple Watch. It's almost 90 beats per minute, but I don't know why, but I just had a feeling we're gonna go into 2020, and I had a feeling, I'm not joking, I just knew we're gonna win. I don't know why.
How big was the performance of Fabi Diaz? The deep serves that were aces against Jonatan McDonald.
Yes. Fabi feels confident. She's more relaxed, and she knows everyone is trying to tell her what to do. It's overwhelming, but she knows exactly what to do. So what else can I say?
I mean, Luba, in determining the order for the Golden Game, Christian throws a little bit of a curveball by putting Kayla in against Lapchik.
Yes, that
What
threw
goes,
me out, yeah.
What goes through your mind when you realize that the matchups aren't going to be perhaps what you expected?
Yeah, I know. He threw me a little bit, but then Andre, I knew he has a really good serve, so he had to bank on his serves, right? And then I had to match up Fabi, and I knew that Jonatan was better for her. It just worked out.
Adi Serene had a tough Friday and a tough Saturday, and he got blasted in game 1 against G-Way, yet he turned that match around and turned his whole weekend around by beating Kool-Aid on that last point.
Yeah.
What can you say about Adi's resilience?
He's a professional player, so there's going to be ups and there's going to be downs, but he's in the world of the elite players, so we cannot expect him to win all the time, but he has it. He brings it back. He will lose one match, but then he will come back and he's going to win the next one, and he needs to stay positive, that's all. Eye contact, we did a lot of eye contacts. He needs that, the reassurance that we are with him, and that's it, so.
You know, also, just again, jumping back to Diaz's performance, do you feel like you found a great doubles pair? With Omatayo and Diaz, they seem to work so well together, just really playing off of each other's strengths.
Yes, I can confirm that. I told that to everyone. I think they have a really good energy. We tried pairing them up at the practicing time, but I just saw the energy between Fabi and Gide was the best.
Last thing, Luba, you win that 21-20. It's the second ultimate golden point in MLTT history.
Go away.
I mean,
it was a payback. It was a payback.
What are the emotions like knowing that the entire weekend basically comes down to that one point?
It's crazy. I don't know. I was already thinking if we win this point, I don't even know what I'm going to tell you. But it's an incredible feeling, and yeah, it's a payback. Like, they beat us in the first weekend, so I just somehow believe we're going to come back this time.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
Let's bring in Adi Serene here and get a chat with the guy that won the ultimate golden point. So Ojo Onaolapo outduel Sasha Hanin on the East Coast, and now Adi makes a little history winning that first 2020 point in a West Division golden game. Adi, congratulations. I mean, so it's 20-17, and Olajide needs to win 3 in a row just to get you back to the table. Once he does, what's going through your mind?
I just trusted my teammates all the way through. I mean, the first few matches, I didn't play so good. I didn't really help the team out, but I felt like this is the only way I can redeem myself by winning this golden game. So I'm extremely happy right now. Almost losing my voice a little bit.
And off of your serve, Adi, were you thinking attack first? Were you going to wait and see what Cole did? What was going through your mind in your preparation, knowing that you had a couple extra seconds before that match at that point?
I just knew I was going to serve to short forehand, and I feel like I can get my attack in because he likes to flip a lot. So I was like, if I bring him out wide, then I can attack, then I have a chance.
And then you win it, and you immediately go down and decide, no, you want to run around the whole building?
Yeah. I was saving up all my energy.
Adi, you mentioned it was a tough weekend. You weren't contributing to the team. You lost that first game to G-Way 11-3. How did you turn it around and win that match and win the whole team match?
I mean, all my teammates were supporting me. They were telling me to stay positive, keep thinking, keep going. So I was like, all right, I'll just keep trying different things and see what's happening.
Well, a good example of how even when you're struggling, MLTT format allows you to turn things around, and the golden game can change the tenor of the weekend.
Yep.
Congratulations, Adi. We will see you in Oakland next month.
Thank you so much.
Wow. Phenomenal. Just so much drama back and forth, and it all comes down to 1 point. Adi Serene over Cole to take the golden game 21-20.
Great Seattle performance showing that the youth is on the move. Congratulations to Coach Luba. Seattle wins the Battle of the Northwest.
And the race for the West Division gets just a little bit closer as Seattle inches towards Portland with their 13-8 win. That's 2 days in a row that the Spinners take the golden game after they were down heading into it. They trailed 3-0 yesterday. They trailed 1-0 today. And, man, what a battle that was. Serene winning the final 2 games in singles and then winning it on the ultimate golden point. For Sean O'Neill, I'm Evan Lepler saying so long for now. Texas and the Bay Area will finish our Lone Star State weekend in just a little bit.